Good morning. Today we're reading about space. The code you need is XOSVR. Again, that's XOSVR. So you can enter that code at Nearpod. And then we enter our name. So we've been reading about outer space this week. So I'm just going to go through, you can see the pictures. So here's a picture from space of Earth. And here's like the stars and the galaxy, astronaut. You can see the sky, you can see the stars from Earth. Okay. Another thing that you can see is the moon. Sometimes with a telescope, sometimes with the bare eye, you can see other planets, but not always. So there's planets, there's comets, satellites. So those are all different things that we can see in space. Okay, so today we're reading about space. Can you say space? Okay, we're going to circle the word space, the title of the story. The title is Space. Okay, when you're done circling space, hit submit. Okay, we have an astronaut on this page flying in space. Where's the astronaut? In space. Let's circle space. When you're done circling space, hit submit. Okay. In the day, you see the sky. Okay, what time do you see the sky? You see it during the day. It says, in the day, you see the sky. When do you see the sky? During the day. So let's circle day. Next page. At night, you can see space. Okay, when can you see space? When can you see space? Let's look. At night, you can see space. So when? At night. Let's circle at night. When you're done circling day and at night, hit submit. The stars are in space. Do you see all the stars in this picture? It's so beautiful. I see Orion's belt here. The stars are in space. What's in space? Stars. Stars are in space. Now look at the next picture. What do you think it's going to read on this page? The moon. The moon is in space. What's in space? The moon. So we circled stars and moon. The moon is in space. Then hit submit. Okay, so Earth is a planet, and these are all other planets. Like I think this is Saturn. I guess this would be Mars. Okay. Mercury maybe. Planets are in space. Where are the planets? They're in space. Let's circle space again. The planets are in space. That's where they are. Another thing that's in space are comets. So that's this right here, this nice bright light. So what's in space? Comets. So we circled space and comets. Satellites are in space, so those satellites orbit the Earth. Remember we learned a lot about orbit earlier in the year, and orbit means to go around and around. So satellites are in space. Where are the satellites? They're in space. Let's circle space. What do you see in space? When you're done circling space, hit submit. There are many things in space. What are some of the things in space? We got to see the stars on one page. We got to see the moon. What else did we see? There were planets. Okay, and what else was there? Can you remember another one? I think comets is a nice short one to write. So let's look at the things that we saw in space. Stars, the moon, planets, and comets. So you may need to pause the video so you can write all those things. You can type them in or write them in, whatever you think is easier. And when you're done, hit submit. Okay, now this is going to be easy for you. We're doing the letter S like space. Okay, space starts with S. So all of the words have an S at the beginning or an S at the end. We just need to write them in the right spot. So the first one is sad. Okay, where's the S in sad? Is it in the beginning like sun or at the end like planets? The S is at the beginning like sun, sad. You could also type it if that's easier. So we're done with this one, sad. Now let's look at the next one, cats. Does cats start with an S or end with an S? Here it is. It ends like an S like in planets. So I'm going to put cats here. You can either type it or write it. Cats. All right. The next one says books. Where's the S, at the beginning or at the end? The S is at the end. So same as planets. They all have the S's at the end. Okay? And the last one is sock. Does sock start with an S or end with an S? It starts with an S. It's at the beginning. Sock. So all these words have S's in them. But sun, sad, and sock have the S at the beginning. So when you're done, hit submit, and you're all done with your ELA lesson for today. Great job.